We've already done videos on all of our good cars, and it's time to kind of dip down into the gutter of our projects, you know, maybe take a look at some of the less popular models that we own. This is a car you may not have ever heard of. It's a 1969 Dodge Charger. People don't really like them. They're kind of an ugly duckling, not very collectible. But, you know, I feel fond of this car because Tom has had it even longer than he's known me, and I learned how to drag race in it, and he's put over 100,000 miles on it, and, you know, we have some history with it. So even though it's not the prettiest car, we're going to talk about it today. I'm going to let Tom go over sort of the introduction to this car since it is his.
Well, I don't think that was very accurate, Elana. This is a 69 Dodge Charger that I'm the second owner of. I've had it for 23 years. We can walk around it if you like. It is a Charger RT. It's a 440 Magnum car. It's the performance model. It's originally a silver car, but I painted it black because I like black cars. We have airplanes around here. It's very similar to what this car sounds like when you step on it.
Kind of is, actually.
I like the road wheel look. You know, I had this car a really long time.
What was it like when you bought it? Because I never saw this car until it was painted. When I first started dating you, this car was in the paint shop.
Well, when I bought this car, it had been rear-ended by a motorcycle. A motorcycle had hit right here and caved that in a little bit.
That must have been uncomfortable for the rider.
I don't think he enjoyed it. No, not favorable. But I had it all fixed. It's all good to go.
But it wasn't like this. Besides having the trunk caved in, it was a silver car, had different wheels.
It was the original paint. It was silver. This car's kind of rare because it doesn't have a stripe over it. This is a stripe delete 69 Charger, so it just had these RT emblems on
Only
it.
somebody in a parking lot put a stripe on there for you.
Yeah, well, when you drive a car a lot, these things happen. You know, it's pretty clean for the amount of use I've gotten out of it.
Is this the original interior?
Most of it is, yeah. I changed the carpeting.
If you have never been in a 69 Charger, I would like to point out these little buttons in the seat. The covers are missing on the driver's side. They look really cool, but if you are an interior designer, I do not recommend putting little buttons right where the spine goes in a car. I would say that is my only complaint about the design of the 69 Dodge Charger.
Well, you know, good styling is not always comfortable. Couple cool things. I got, here's a funny story. This right here is the camshaft from this car, the original camshaft, and you can see it's broken.
Oh, it's broken. I just thought, you know, they were small.
No, this is a 2-cylinder cam. But I was driving to work one day a long time ago, and the car started idling rough in traffic. And I thought, man, that's kind of weird. But it was a very old engine. I still had ignition points in it. It was the original engine. And, you know, I was just trying to drive it as far as I could. And so once in a while, it would foul a spark plug. So I didn't think a whole lot about it. Like, well, maybe I need to clean my spark plugs. Drove it to work, drove it home. I did a couple burnouts on the way home. I thought I might clear it out. It was still a V6. And I told Elana, I was like, well, there's something wrong with it because it's not clearing up. And pulled the valve covers off, and sure enough, the end of it had broken off.
I remember this. I remember when that happened. That was, gosh, that was, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah. Is that the neighbor again with his airplane? He's always like buzzing me. We tried to do a video, he's like, I'm coming out, I'm gonna buzz you guys.
I know, really. We're just...
How about the original owner's manual from Hollywood Dodge in California? The original owner's name was Claude Johnson. I don't know if you're still around, Claude, but I still have your car.
Well, and Claude took pretty good care of it. How many miles were on it when you bought it?
62,000 original. It had the original belts, hoses, everything on it.
Pop the hood.
Yep, do that. Inside hood release. Ooh.
Fancy for 69.
This is a Charger. This is not the cheap car.
Hey, as a Challenger owner, wounded by that.
You know how I feel about Challengers. They imply you're not Chargers.
So, this is a 440 Magnum.
That's the original Pi 10. This is a Pi 10 in the Chrysler world.
I have a reputation as the pie tin killer because on my own car, which had the same air cleaner, I was regularly forgetting that this was not permanently attached when you take the air cleaner off, and I would drop them, and once I dropped one in a fan, once I dropped one on the ground. I have a whole collection of damaged ones, but that's the original.
Don't let Elana near your pie tins. She's better with apple pies.
Hey, hurtful.
So this is the original engine. I've had it out once. I've had to re-ring it, replace the broken camshaft. I have a Performer RPM on it, Holley 4-barrel. I added headers. But it's the original standard bore engine, still running.
You had points on this engine for a long time.
I did. It has electronic now. It has the Chrysler electronic. It has a Mr. Six-Pack camshaft. I don't know if you know Bob Kirkashian, but he's pretty famous for high-performance six-pack cars. But I thought it'd be funny to put his cam in this car with a 4-barrel.
And it works great.
I like it. Yeah, it's good.
We'll start it up for you in a minute. So I have a story about this car, which is that when Tom and I first started dating, he was like, I feel like you just didn't really know what to do with me. You were always like trying to find something to keep me occupied so you could work on stuff. But but he took me to the drag races, which I'd been to as a spectator, but I had never raced before. And he let me drive this car, and I would say maybe the second time out, I went through the staging lights like too far, and then I backed it up, and then the lights came down, and I was nervous, and I launched this Charger backwards at the drag strip.
A very impressive feat. The track personnel were quite alarmed.
They see it all the time.
All right.
Do you want to drive this thing?
I think we should take it for a drive.
All right.
Let's take it for a drive. We'll close it up. It's a factory disc brake car. It also has a rear window defogger, which is kind of rare in a Charger, I think.
Tom, personally, are you more Dukes of Hazzard or more Bullet? Like, what are your feelings about famous Chargers? Dirty Mary, Crazy Larry?
Oh, I like Bullet. Can't you tell by the car, Elana? It's black.
Yeah, but it's a 69. That was a 68.
Here, I'll set the camera up over here. Hopefully you guys get a good view of this. Another point I would point out is this car is very quiet. It has 4 mufflers on it, so you will not hear any exhaust sound. Oh, let's get that. How about that?
I think it's too quiet.
Hey, it still runs. Look at that. All right. Let's go. Let's take it for a little drive around the block.
Let's go chase down some Mustangs.
Let's find out if Steve McQueen is up yet.
Oh, sorry. It just does that.
That was pretty aggressive. Oh, this car has 276 Sure Grip rear end, which is like a positive traction if you're a Chevy guy. I would say the top speed is unlimited with this current setup.
I think we've done 140 in it. Don't put your hand out the window at 140, by the way. It's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. Hope the audio is all right with you guys. I'll put the window up. Hey. I don't know if I should let you drive this car.
I like this car. We have good memories together.
I like this car a lot. I think it's one of the best Chrysler products. It gets with the program. And this is the foundation chassis for the first car to exceed 200 mile per hour average on a closed course, by the way. I didn't know that.
This is true. I think probably a lot of people have seen the wing cars before, the Superbirds and the Dodge Daytonas, and you might or might not know that those are based off of the Dodge Charger originally.
Yep. So the only thing I would have changed if I could have bought this car new is I'd rather have a stick shift. This is the automatic.
Yeah, I got nothing to do right now.
But if I really could have just got there ahead of Claude Johnson, I would have bought a freaking 4-speed Claude. Come on.
Yeah, but you'd be old now.
It's very quiet. I hope the quietness is coming across.
The quietness is too much quietness. I mean, it's like, I don't like a car where you can have a conversation inside, because then people talk to you, and the whole point of driving is that you don't have to listen to anyone talk to you.
All right. Well, that is a ride around the block in my 69 Charger RT. Which
Wait, what? We're done?
I'm going to take away from Elana now because she cannot have horsepower at her disposal. What do you think, Elana? Is that good enough? Here. I think that's good enough, guys. We're going to let you go and leave you with the Chrysler solid state 69 Dodge Charger.